Hello students, welcome to this series on marketing and retail business. Today we are going to cover unit 2. In this we will study the types of retailing and the formats of retailing. The objective of the study is to cover supermarkets, hypermarkets, departmental stores, convenience stores and catalog stores. Now, let us first study the definition and the concept of a supermarket. Supermarket is a large scale retail organization selling a wide variety of consumer goods on the principles of self-service. It is a large scale retail trading organization housed in a large premise dealing with mostly in numerous varieties of food products, groceries, fruits and vegetables, meat, confectionery and dairy products all are important. Now, when we talk about a supermarket, it is a market or a retail organization which covers the daily needs of the people. The difference of a supermarket with a small retail segment is it has got a huge location in terms of size and in terms of the variety of products. So, customers can connect to the options of getting things at discounts and with deep assortment lines. Now, let us study the characteristics of the supermarket. It is centrally located in big premises. Supermarkets are normally opened in a central locality with large space. It is housed in big premises. It displays different goods and then it can be arranged where there is no sales pressure. So, when we talk about supermarkets, generally supermarkets are large in their size and the location is also a kind of a central location which covers all the kinds of the parking and the kind of the related facilities of arranging the distribution also. So, if the customers get connected to these stores, they have the options to get connected with the central facilities of the cities. One important feature of a supermarket is it gives you self-service. There is a complete absence of salesmen and sales assistants. It maintains low prices. The prices of goods in the supermarkets are reasonable or low. This is the advantages of bulk buying. Salary bill is low due to the absence of salesmen and sales assistants. Now, when we talk about the supermarkets, generally we have trolleys or baskets. We can carry those trolleys and do a kind of a self-service when we can pick up goods and items at our own choice, and then you can fill up the basket and get your billing done. So, the salesman in terms of the assistance is less and you have only the billing counter. When the customer moves around the stores, the assistance is less. So, he can have a wide choice of deciding and looking and understanding the products in a way by doing a self-service, and this reduces the cost for the stores to give you prices of the goods at a low price. Supermarkets sell goods on cash basis. Supermarkets sell goods on cash and carry basis. Credit facilities are usually not offered. This reduces bad debts. It deals in necessaries of life. Supermarkets deal in commodities which are required regularly. So, your daily life needs to be connected to a supermarket because most of the industries in terms of packing or commodities which are based on daily needs like vegetables, milk or pulses or groceries, or it is even pharmaceuticals or anything which is required as a kind of a consumption item related to your daily life is present in a supermarket. So, the supermarket options are large in terms of variety, assortment and product lines. The customers get a low price, that is only appeal where the customers can get connected to these stores. The turnover is quick as the demand for the necessaries of life is on continuous basis. It is established by the companies. Supermarkets are retailing shops which are large in size. They require huge financial resources. Now, supermarkets, because the kind of the investment is very high and because the location required needs to be central and it is a huge property required. So, generally the manufacturers themselves try to invest in these kinds of stores because their goods can directly come to the supermarkets. The supermarkets generally attract the customers in a way because they buy in bulk, and when you buy in bulk you get cash discounts and quantity discounts. The advantage of the quantity discount and bulk buying is transferred to the customers. Supermarkets deal in pre-packaged goods. Supermarkets normally deal in pre-packaged goods and products. They basically use the latest and updated packing material to protect product quality and quantity. On all packages, prices, weights and particulars of goods, grades and quality are specified. When we talk about supermarkets, generally a large assortment is there, because you cannot buy just goods in terms of dozens or in terms of quantities where you have 100 pieces. Things come on the basis where you try to ship large cargoes, or it is the tie up is with the manufacturers with a kind of a contract order of bulk buying. So, when bulk buying is there, obviously the discounts are high, and here the kind of the packaging of the goods is in such a way that all the details are available. So, it is easy to handle the goods and the customers can read and buy their products. Supermarkets need huge capital to operate. Supermarket is a large retail store and is a kind of a large capital needed to manage day-to-day operations, because as the kind of the property which is very huge in terms of size, the maintenance is very high, the electricity bills, the other facility updations and the kind of the cleanliness, the hygiene. So, these kinds of billing goes high for the supermarkets. The challenges for the markets are to manage the kind of the inventories and to replenish need through a kind of a system of MRP, that is the material resource planning, which is done through the information systems, that is computers are required through barcoding to manage a huge system of variety. It is not only few thousands of products, but it is lakhs of products available in the supermarket. So, the management is all computerized. So, high technology with huge space and maintenance of facilities is required. Supermarkets provide a great shopping convenience. Supermarkets also provide a great deal of shopping convenience on all goods that are available under one roof. It keeps a variety of goods. Supermarkets keep all varieties, novelties and brands which give ample scope for selection. So, obviously, it builds a kind of a convenience and a kind of option of getting all assortments. It is not only the variety of products which are available, but within the variety of the products, all variety of brands are also available. So, it is the comparison is easy and the decision is done in an easy way, where the customers can have the curiosity to look into the presentation of the product and buy the product on spot. Basically supermarkets relate to the kind of the services where you have self-service stores. Customers are given attractive trolleys and hand baskets or bags for keeping goods which they want to buy. Goods are systematically arranged and beautifully displayed. Customers select these goods and keep them in the trolley. So, self-service is obviously a kind of a option and a speciality of the supermarkets, where you have a trolley and the decision is with you to choose whatever you want. Let us see the objectives of supermarket retailing. The objective of supermarket is to reduce material handling time and transportation waste. It should be easy to assess inventory status using visual methods rather than having to count parts. It is possible that the best case is to keep the operator focused on value added task. Now, let us see what is the objective of the retail supermarket. This kind of store is very large. So, the maintenance which is required is also very complex. When you manage supermarket, it is important that you manage the kind of the inventory. The arrangement of the inventory should be done in such a way that the visual access can just tell you what is just going to finish. It is not important to count the materials because you have a huge variety of materials there. So, we need to develop a kind of a computerized system which can handle our orders. The order replenishment needs to be quick so that the delivery schedule for the customers can be managed in an easy and a sustainable way. Now, let us study the definition of hypermarkets. It is a retail store that combines a departmental store and a grocery supermarket. Hypermarkets offer a large variety of products such as appliances, clothing and groceries. Now, when we talk about the hypermarkets, it is a combination of departmental market and a kind of a grocery store. That is, you need the activities which are related to your clothing and the daily life grocery needs. So, it is a combination of two segments. You get everything, a variety of fashionable clothes, a variety of fashionable accessories and a variety of fashionable trends available in market related to the needs of human life. Groceries relate to the food and the daily replenishment. The meaning and the definition of the departmental store basically impacts the retail organization where you have a large number of departments in the same building under centralized control. Each department deals in particular type of trade and is a complete unit in it. How do we study a departmental store? Here you have one central building. In this building you have separate segments for all categories. Maybe you have a clothing line, then you have a range related to leather accessories, or you have a range related to fashionable accessories. So, the kind of the departmental store will be a combination of many stores put together. A departmental store is a large retailing business unit which handles a wide variety of shopping and specialty goods and is organized into separate departments for purpose of promotion, service and control. Now, when this departmental store is divided, the kind of the arrangement of the material becomes easy and the service for the customers becomes specialized. The needs can be understood in a detailed way and the materials can be given in an easy way. This is more ordered, more easy and more convenient for the handlers and the organizers. Now, let us study the characteristics of the departmental stores. It deals in different varieties of products, so it is known as a departmental store. There are various departments operating under one roof and each department. All departments operate under the centralized control and management. Operational expenses are very high. They undertake extensive advertising in order to attract more customers. Now, when you are a part of departmental store, maybe the owner has its own investment or it is partners coming together. The kind of the centralized system is there where the advertising for all the categories will be done on a common basis. So, usually the expenses are high because you have to manage facilities on a centralized way where you have the electricity bills or you have the lift connections or the parking facilities. The customers related to the various segments do gather at one place. So, the rush is generally high in these kinds of stores. Departmental stores are basically situated at the most crowded place and are an important place of the city. It is large amount of finance is needed to start a departmental store. It offers excellent services to the customers. Credit facilities are available, free home delivery is available and replacement of disapproved goods is also done. So, when we talk about departmental store, it is a kind of a reflection and the index of the city. It is the life of the city which is generally surrounded near the departmental store. It is the central location. Customers from all walks of life and all parts of cities do gather here. So, the trends and the businesses are high and people do get all facilities related to credit and delivery, which makes life more convenient. Now, let us study the meaning and definition of a convenience store. It is a mini convenience store under canopies. It is the conventional size stores with expanded food service. It is hyper convenience stores have extensive variety of food offerings. Now, when we talk about a convenience store, it is a kind of a small store which generally gives you convenient facilities. Now, it is easy to arrange, easy to make. So, it is only one kind of product or offering which will be served in mini canopies, like you have variety of foods not under one roof, but it is under different canopies. So, the service is fast, the making is easy because you do specialized functions on repeated basis. So, these repeated specialization increase the speed of giving to the customers. The customer convenience is high because usually a kind of a distinct customer with a variety added to its taste will be available there. These formats need competitive impact and build effective marketing strategies and niches. They are also appropriate product packaging, promotion and distribution for these stores. Now, when convenience stores operate, basically it is a kind of a niche marketing. Niche is a creative segment which is generally taste oriented or design oriented. So, you have a small segment of customers who understand what they need and they will connect to that kind of speciality. So, convenience customers or convenience stores will serve the customers who have a kind of a specialized need, and it is a small number of customers. So, you generally cannot operate with large mass operation or give large facilities to the people. Convenience stores generally give limited facilities and limited varieties to people, though here also the competition is high and the marketing is required to promote the products in the market. Now, let us study the trends in the convenience store industry. First is the kiosks are important, the mini convenience stores are important. It is limited selection convenience store, traditional convenience store, expanded convenience store and hyper convenience stores. So, these are the varieties in terms of the options available, where the investment and the money required is generally small, but it depends on the investor how he tries to uses the money and give facilities to the people. The concept and impact of convenience stores can be seen over here. First is the convenience stores sell items of daily and local needs. The customers in the nearby locations get connected. So, it is less variety and local customers get connected, which saves the advantage for the investors as the investment is less and you get a business at reasonable price. Let us study the concept and impact of street markets. Street markets generally sell vegetable and clothes, they cater to the local customer. Now, these are the most traditional forms of businesses. When societies evolved, this was the only options to get connected to the customers, because when organized shopping and organized buildings were not there, people used to sell their goods on streets, and the interaction and the exchange was with the click of the moment and the ability to get connected. If the seller was seen, people used to buy, but now things have changed, markets have become more organized and the investment has also become high. But still these street markets have not lost their values, because we have customers who want to go to the streets and see what is available. Here huge variety of people gather and customers also gather, and it is a kind of environment like a festival where both the customer and the seller try to interact with each other and sell all options of life. Now, let us study the various formats of retailing. You have drug stores to sell drugs and medicines. You have stationery stores cater to the craft and stationery needs. It is gift stores to sell gifts, candies and other baked items. Now, let us see the metro stores and kiosks. What are metro stores? These are located in inner supermarkets and near petrol pumps. Kiosks sell limited items, range of items for daily needs. When we talk about shopping, it is available everywhere. We are traveling, we are residing, we are working, we have offices, we have entertainment. So, all spheres of life, they are impacted by consumption, and consumption available to nearby activity or location is the need of human life. Kiosks and mini stores are available near petrol pumps or at locations which are near banks or other offices. So, they also give you limited facilities of drinks and breakfast which can serve your appetite. Now, let us study about catalog retailing. In this type of retailing, the items are not displayed. Customers select the products from printed catalog in the store and fill out an order form. The order is brought to the sales counter. The items are retrieved from the warehouse area to a payment and a checkout station. Now, let us see this catalog retailing. When we talk about catalog retailing, in this we generally have a catalog where you have printed options and you select your product and you give a order. Here the showroom is not there, so the cost is saved and directly the goods come from the inventory house. Here you fill a kind of a mail order and a salesman comes to deliver the products to you. So, it is a kind of a cost saving concept where the customers and the manufacturers both can have a kind of a profit oriented interaction. Now, let us see the advantages of catalog retailing. Catalog retailing becomes popular because it focuses on low prices, it is lower overhead expenses due to the smaller size of store and lack of large showroom space. It reduces risk of merchandise theft, which is known shrinking the industry. Print catalogs sell the products into online catalogs also. A catalog supply website includes prices, discounts, tools, shipping options and different methods of payment and more. Now, catalogs are both available with a print option and on online basis because the markets have changed. The print options basically were a kind of a older tradition where you generally had a catalog and people used to select things and order them. But now you have online options of catalog which give you all the options of the variety available and also the modes of the payment. Here you save the space of the location in terms of the rental charges and you also save the cost of the salaries of people involved to manage those stores. So, the cost is saved if you have a direct connection with the manufacturer or a retailer who is having only a warehouse to store the goods. Now, let us study the online catalogs. Online catalogs make it easier to find new clients online without spending on more printing materials. These catalogs allow for more flexibility as they can be changed, corrected and updated more easily. Now, what is the problem with the print catalog is that you cannot do updations or you cannot change the price or you cannot add up the options of promotions. But with the online options now it has become easy to daily update the products or not only daily but hour wise changes come because if the competition is high the prices change every time. So, to move the product into the pockets of the customers. The updation and the promotion is more convenient with the online catalogs and it reaches the customers in an easy way. The online buyer also benefits from the online catalogs. This system usually offers good prices because the seller does not invest on large buildings or apparels and these savings are reflected in better prices for the consumers. Now, why internet shopping is cheaper? It is because we are saving on the rental and the facility updation cost. So, obviously, you get a kind of a discount which generally attracts the customers to the internet shopping, and internet shopping is a kind of a revolution to save both for the customer and both for the investor. The investor is saved of the cost of buying costly properties, and since the population is increasing and the urbanization is increasing, the location is getting short. We do not have much places to handle the inventory. So, it is better that the online options offer a kind of a cheap range of variety to products for the customers to be used in sustainable way. Now, let us study the advantages of online catalogs. Online catalogs can be enjoyed immediately as opposed to physical catalogs that one has to wait until they are mailed. Another advantage of these catalog is that they are paperless, therefore, people using them do not litter. Obviously, the online catalog is a cheap option. Printing, costing, maintaining both is low, and obviously the customer when tries to get connected, the options of viewing, reviewing is very high, because we generally can instantly put our comments, and the availability of inquiry and the options of getting into interactions or talking on phone lines is also easy with this kind of option. One convenient aspect is that once one chooses what to shop and where to shop, one can go immediately to the specific website and buy the article without wasting time trying to look for a specific item throughout the website. So, obviously, you have automatic tracking systems there in the websites, where you try to choose a category and an option, and you click it and you get the ready option available in a kind of assorted and a synchronized choice, which gives convenience to the customers. Now, let us study the challenges of modern retailing. First is easy entry and failure, problems of labor availability, intense and high competition, long working hours, seasonal fluctuation, changing fashions and volatile markets. So, though the retail industry is growing and the formats are also increasing, the options are also increasing, but the problems are always governing the industry in terms of the changing trends and the changing fashions. So, the business is still difficult. Now, let us study the summary of this lecture. In this lecture, we have studied the formats of retailing, in which we have studied about the supermarkets, the hypermarkets, the convenience and the catalog retailing. The kind of the options which are offered in this retailing give convenience to the customers. The changing trends and the impacts of the market are posing huge challenges for the investors and for the organizers to develop formats which can be easy and accessible for the customers. I hope the students must have understood the kind of the impact with which the retailing business is growing in this industry. Thank you, students.